The Steel City is ready at Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. Today, a good battle in the AFC. It's the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. Off we go from the Steel City. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They're led out by their rookie quarterback out of Ole Miss.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll run here. It's Breece Hall. And I don't think he got there wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
No gain on the play.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next 3rd down situation?
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. 3rd down coming up.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Jets first down.
That's another Jets first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Jets.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made. A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
On the ground for the first time, this is Khalil Herbert, and he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's third down. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Folks' kick is good, and the Jets are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Steelers nothing.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the man who won the national championship back in Ohio State. It's Will Howard.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
And we'll mark them down just shy of the 40. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Howard now to throw it here on second down. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic first down.
Here's first and 10. They're going to go play action with Howard. That's out wide to Warren. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
So, from the 37, here's second and 4. On second down, Warren. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
First and 10
And these are
at
the
20-yard
explosive
line.
runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
The slot man in motion right. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Warren. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Working out of the gun, here's Howard. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Steelers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Chris Boswell to kick
Field
off
goals for
Pittsburgh.
both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. They put Wilson in motion. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. Woo! And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Hall. Into the secondary at the 45. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
35.
A big-time run there by Hall. 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 35.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7. They run out of the gun, and it's Herbert. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets will take a 6-3 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Jamie and Sherwood there to meet him.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Howard. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Howard. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Chambliss brought down back at the 32.
It's been a game of field goals so far. The Jets have the advantage. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. And they've got 2nd and long, 2nd and 14. Throwing is Howard. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
First
I always
and
think you
10
can
at
tell
the
pretty quickly how
37-yard
comfortable
line.
a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
He'll be taken down at about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down
Jarvis
at the
Brownlee
33-yard
in on the
line.
tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Howard. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Steelers open the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
Jets 6. Chris Boswell.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
23-yard line.
Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Mason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. Calvin Austin deep for the Steelers. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At at their own
The Steelers
37-yard
offense
line.
and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They had that field goal on the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. So 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Howard. Here's a screen set up for 1. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. This one not quite on target. Got him too much, and that one falls incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
To Calvin Austin. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. Howard back to the air one more time. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Howard to throw again. This one grabbed by Austin. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Moving to his right. Off he, and he'll take this one in. Will Howard. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are able to extend the lead. It's now 17-6. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They'll see if they can put something together here. beginning with 1st and 10. They'll begin with a zone read. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One play, 1 first down.
A gain of 14.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
A give. Here's Hall, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He's going to tuck it and go. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got the big rookie out of LSU, Mason Taylor.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
It is 2nd and 6. Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down.
9 yards.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out to Hall. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Hall. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
They'll look to throw. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Howard. He'll get this out wide. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run the draw with Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there, stop him for no gain.
3rd and 5. To the air, Howard. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, yeah. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get 22 yards there. And the Jets have a 1st down.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
The motion man here is Mitchell. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
2nd and 10. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. Third and long. Back to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Steelers' offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Howard. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Howard. That's out wide to Warren. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Room to run at the 30.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets move back to within 1.
The score, Steelers 17, Jets 16.
Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howard. Now whistles. Timeout, 3 seconds left in this first half. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, Howard. He's going to take a shot down the field. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Steelers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Howard. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Calvin Austin. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
2. 3rd and 2. Here we go. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On 3rd and 2, it's Howard. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. 16-yard pickup on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
That's good for us.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Howard to throw here on 1st down.
Howard's pass complete to number 4, DK Metcalf. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jets' 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. To throw again, it's Howard. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
First down.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Here's a handoff to Warren. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Howard. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
4 yards.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Metcalf, the motion man. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. Jamie Sherwood in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Howard. That is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes, and this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Steelers 27, Jets 16.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Williams on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. He's inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Reese Hall, touchdown Jets. That's his second touchdown of the afternoon. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for 2.
Conversion.
They'll try to pick it up with Hall. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line, maybe a little winded after that long touchdown run. In any event, the drive for 2 fails. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Alston. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. On the handoff, this is Warren. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Ball carrier. Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. Once again, it's Warren. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down is Howard. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll take this to about the 28. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Hall. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing now from the gun. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
On the return is Austin. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Now Howard on 1st down. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
They run with Warren. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Jamie and Sherwood there to meet him.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8. To throw is Howard. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
15 yards on the play. That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Jalen Warren. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Howard. He's got Frymouth open on the left side. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And the Steelers.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
43-yard line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Howard. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Jalen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball, and now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have?
22.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Brees Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They will run it over center with Hall. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle.
2nd and 6.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's right side and caught by Taylor. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And he's going to be stopped well short of the marker. That one never had a chance. They turn it over on downs. The Steelers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. Off the play fake, here's Howard. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
A run up the middle with Warren. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 2. To the air, Howard. That'll be caught It's Metcalf. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Jamian Sherwood on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. A carry here for Warren. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Jamian Sherwood on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Warren. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Whoa! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Still 2nd down.
Give up the middle with Hall. He is belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play.
We typically see the big guys up front, Mike, make plays at the line. But every so often, he's able to drive through, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 61 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
He'll run. This is Hall. And he will score again. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Big play coming here for the Jets as they will set up for 2.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try to pick this up with a run. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Steelers offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Howard. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Howard now to throw it here on 2nd down. Metcalf left side. He's got it. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
A gain of
Second time
17
they've
yards.
connected on the drive, and this
That's
one
good
goes for
our
17
Steelers.
yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
Prior view. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, they go with Warren. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Steeler first down.
Yards on the play.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, it's Howard. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he will have the Steelers first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down and goal to go.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
A 4-yard
Well, the
loss
best
on the
screen
play.
plays, of course, you want the
Second and
offensive
goal
lineman out in
at the
front of the
4-yard
running back.
line.
They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Throwing left sideline, looked to be caught, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. It's incomplete. Probably one they'd like back. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Williams. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Jets offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
There's a short one caught by Taylor. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
That's good for a Jets.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Towels waving, Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. That's to the tight end, Taylor. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Here is 1st and goal. Back to the air one more time. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. Back to throw. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And now it's 3rd and goal.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, They know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Here we go. The noise is deafening. It's 4th and goal. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
Big play coming here for the Jets as they will set up for 2.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Running for the tie. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. A one-score game late, you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. Kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover it.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell.
Complete to Adonai Mitchell. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Big play coming up, 3rd and 7, and the crowd on their feet. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
A loss of 6 yards. Another 3 and out.
So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers winners as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.